Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're gonna hop right into it today. We have our monthly Abominable book club box that we're going to open. This just came in the mail today and I'm super excited to open it. So just to give a rough overview, Abominable is a subscription box that comes once a month and it caters to horror lovers. So you get one new release, one used book, and a couple of other goodies in here as well. So before I open it up, make sure you hit the subscribe button below and click the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my upcoming uploads. So getting right into it here, I did open this box when it first came because I just wanted to make sure that there was nothing destroyed in here, everything is intact, so that's great. And I did catch a glimpse of the pin, and Owen and Gav at Abominable, if you guys are watching, this pin is just the best pin I've ever seen in my life. It's just chef's kiss to you guys. So here it is. So we have this sort of 70s pattern here, and underneath it says Pantone 237. And if you recognize this and you know The Shining, you will know that this is the wallpaper from The Shining. And Pantone, of course, meaning color, and 237 is the haunted room at the Overlook Hotel. So for me, I work with a lot of graphic design, and the fact that this is done as a Pantone color is just so brilliant. So hats off to you guys, you are really killing it with these pins. I absolutely love it. And next, I kind of had to giggle when I saw this. So we have a banoffee flavored milk chocolate, and I know over in the UK banoffee is a huge thing. I've never actually had anything banoffee before, so I'm really excited for this. I can't wait to break into it. And of course, every month we get our little packet of hot drinks, so let's see what we got this month. So first we have our tried and true Galaxy hot chocolate, of course. I really like this hot chocolate, it's really nice. And we have a couple of teas. We have an English breakfast and a raspberry pomegranate. I believe I have another raspberry pomegranate from one of the other previous boxes, so that's great because I love really fruity teas. And then, of course, we have our two single-serve coffees. So these are just little instant coffee packets that are flavored. So we have a double chocolate, which sounds like it'll be really good, and a nutty hazelnut. So all of those drinks sound awesome. And then the first thing on top here is our used book. So of course, like always, I'm just gonna set this aside until we see everything else, and that's gonna be our little goodie at the end. And our first little bookmark here, it looks like we actually have a digital copy. So it says, plague, murder, unrest, humanity's future looks far from bright. The year is 2107 and Earth is dying. For Wynne, Lois, and Judd, that's the least of their problems. Scan the QR code to pick up your complimentary digital copy. So this book is called Sunrise by Paul Stevenson. And then on the back as well, another book, actually, another digital copy. And it says, Blood on the Motorway. How would you handle a serial killer at the world's end? The first book in the best-selling British apocalyptic thriller trilogy. Scan the QR code to pick up your complimentary digital copy. So we have a couple of ebooks, so that's awesome. And then our magazine this month is another Hellebore. And just flipping through this, it looks fantastic. Looks like we have a story about the Pendle Witches. It's a really great illustration too. I've seen that many, many times. And this is great. I love these little magazines. They're really awesome. Cool, so that's our Hellebore magazine. And then for our new release, we have The Boatman's Daughter by Andy Davidson. And I actually had this on my list of books to pick up, so really excited that this was included this month. So I'll just read you a little bit from the back. Ever since her father was killed when she was just a child, Miranda Crabtree has kept her head down and her eyes up, ferrying contraband for a mad preacher and his declining band of followers, to make ends meet and to protect an old witch and a secret child from harm. But dark forces are at work in the bayou, both human and supernatural, conspiring to disrupt the rhythms of Miranda's peculiar and precarious life. And when the preacher makes an unthinkable demand, it sets Miranda on a desperate, dangerous path, forcing her to consider what she's willing to sacrifice to keep her loved one safe. So that sounds great. I've heard some good things about this book. It's fairly long. It's about just over 400 pages. So we'll definitely get into this one together on the channel. And on top of our used book, as always, we have 2 bookmarks. So the first one has the Abominable Book Club, and it has a really cool illustration on the back. It says Summer Isle May Day Festival from 1973. So that's pretty cool. And then of course we have our spook mark. So you always get a bookmark with the Abominable logo on it, and on the back you get a little microfiction. And the microfiction is always written by Owen Morgan, who is one of the owners over at Abominable. So that's awesome. And on to our used book. So these boxes, I'm so excited to always get them, and then they show up and they go really, really quickly. But without further ado, we're gonna get into our used book. And this one is a little bit thicker than what we've gotten in the past. So excited to see what this one is. Oh wow, we got a Stephen King, and this is in fantastic condition. So this is called Skeleton Crew. Funny enough, I've never actually heard of this. I'm not a real big Stephen King reader, but we'll certainly give this one a go. And it says this was originally printed in 1985, but I think this is probably from one of the reprints. It was printed in the 90s right up until the year 2000. But even so, I mean, that's in immaculate condition. It looks fantastic. Can you see that? So there's absolutely no cracks in the spine. Looks really good. So just reading from the back. Unrivaled monarch of the macabre, Stephen King again takes the unsuspecting reader on a fantastic journey through the dark, shadowy areas of our innermost fears. In a bumper collection of truly chilling tales, we meet Grandma, who only wanted to hug little George, even after she was dead. The Raft, a primeval sea creature with an insatiable appetite. The Monkey, an innocent-looking toy with sinister powers. And the unspeakable horror of the mist. And there is a gruesome host of unimaginable terror and realism that typifies King's writing. So this is an anthology. That's cool. It's fairly long, so there's over 20 stories in this kind of wrap up here. So cool. I mean, you guys know I'm all about short stories and anthologies, so really excited for this. So just making sure we got everything. So this was the Abominable Full Guts box for November 2020. So of course the new release is The Boatman's Daughter. We got the Hellebore magazine. We got our used book, which was the Stephen King. Funny enough, it says on here that we were supposed to get apple crumble milk chocolate, but I'm totally cool with banoffee. Our spook marks, and the Overlook Pantone pin badge, which I think is one of the best things I've ever seen. Like I said, I just can't get over this pin, which is funny because I'm really not big on pins. But yeah, that was our November Abominable Book Club box. I really enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys did too. If you did like this video, please make sure to hit the like button below and leave me a comment, because you know I love to chat with you guys. And until next time, stay spooky. Bye!